Right now I'm headed to Miami Springs Recreation Center to support Ammons, my middle school. They're in the championship game, the JV and varsity, so I'm going to show some support and love. I'm also on the lookout for some players for Tara for the future, because I know that AJ is an excellent coach, so if I get any of his players or his ex-players, I know that they would be ready for JV, ready for possibly varsity. So I also want to just be around the game a lot more, since I'm coaching and being a strength and conditioning coach for the team. I have to be around the game pretty much. I have to live it again. I took a mini break from basketball to focus on my career and personal life, and I'm not a player anymore, but I'm going to be probably more involved with it as a coach, because I have to be ahead of the game in order to teach the players and to know what's going on. And my strength, I know my strengths and weaknesses as a coach before it starts. So the first part is being aware of what your strengths and weaknesses are. And I know my strength, my player development and player interaction, like motivation and teaching, that is natural for me. That's my strength. My weakness is the technical parts of the game, as far as plays and the timing of timeouts and just the timing of different games and different players. So I have to perfect that. It's not going to happen overnight either. Just like with anything with life, it's not going to happen right away, but it's something that I have to work on. I must work on this in order for not only the team to get better, but for me to get better as a coach. And whenever I invest my time into something, I don't half-ass it. So me putting my foot in this door, I'm going all the way in. I don't want to be an okay coach. I don't want to be a good coach. I want to be a great coach, an excellent coach. I've been surrounded by excellent coaches my whole life. Every coach that I've been with, maybe minus one or two, and that was like YMCA days, maybe the one or two random times. But for the most part, 99% of the coaches that I've had have been excellent coaches with championship experience, state championship experience, college coaching experience. So I'm surrounded by greatness. I just have to put in the work and the time so that I can elevate to that level. Tara Wolves, the basketball team, both JV and varsity, have potential. I just think they were poor coaching previous years, but they have the talent. Just a matter of me and the coaches figuring out what works best for our team at the moment. It's going to be a fun experience, but it's also a serious experience. It requires a lot of discipline for the coaches and the players. Like the first practice that we had in the gym, I have to go through a huge learning curve myself, just like the players, so I'm learning with them. But I'm going to be the type of coach that actually practices with the players at times, where I'll show them the intensity that I want them to be at. Because it's one thing to tell them and coach them from a coaching perspective, but if you're actually playing with them like a player and pushing them around and playing hard defense or good offense, they get to see they have to raise their game. And as a former player, point guard, shooting guard, leader of a team, co-captain, I know what it takes to lead a player, and I know how to speak their language and speak on their level. That will be my strength as far as an assistant coach for varsity. That would be my role, that like the player development. And then with JV, that'll be my role as far as I'm the head coach, but as well as just being relatable with them and understanding. One thing's for sure is that even if our team doesn't win every game, we're going to be competing in every single game. We're going to be extremely disciplined, and we're going to give all of our energy at all times. Every time we put a player in, if that energy's not there, they're coming out. And if a player gets tired, we'll switch them. But our conditioning is going to be one of the best in the state, not just the county. And we all know this is a 1 to 3 year rebuilding process, so it's not going to happen right now. But in about 2 or 3 years, this program is going to be completely flipped.